Have you ever wondered how a single diplomatic visit can reshape the global landscape? Today, we delve into the recent visit of President Xi Jinping to the United States. In the grand scheme of global diplomacy, symbolic gestures often carry a weight that transcends borders and politics. The recent visit of President Xi Jinping to the United States is a prime example of such a gesture, signaling a potential diplomatic reset between two of the world's most influential powerhouses. This visit is not just about pleasantries and photo ops. It's about opening doors to dialogue and fostering a mutual understanding that could reduce tensions, mend relations, and pave the way for increased collaboration on matters of global importance. Consider the symbolism at play here. A face-to-face meeting between leaders of two nations is not just a meeting, it's a statement. It's a clear and powerful message to the world that these two nations are ready to set aside differences, find common ground, and work towards shared goals. The potential for improved relations is immense. Imagine a world where the United States and China, two nations with a history of strained relations, are actively working together, not just coexisting. It's a refreshing perspective, isn't it? Reduced tensions between these two giants could lead to a more stable geopolitical climate, a prospect that should be welcomed by all nations. But the potential benefits of this diplomatic reset extend beyond conflict resolution. We're talking about increased collaboration on matters of global importance: climate change, global security, economic stability, humanitarian crises. These are issues that require a united front, not a divided one. And a diplomatic reset could be the catalyst for such unity. In essence, the symbolism behind President Xi Jinping's visit is not just about a diplomatic reset between the United States and China. It's about a potential reset in global dynamics, a shift towards a more collaborative, unified world. Indeed, President Xi Jinping's visit marks a significant milestone in the history of diplomatic relations. In the realm of international affairs, dialogue is the key to peace. It's through the exchange of ideas, perspectives, and aspirations that nations navigate the waters of diplomacy. By opening channels of communication, countries can move beyond misunderstandings, foster mutual respect, and work together towards shared goals. Take, for instance, the recent diplomatic engagement between the United States and China, two of the world's most influential players. By engaging in peaceful dialogue, these nations have the potential to mitigate conflicts, overcome differences, and foster a climate of cooperation. This is not just about bilateral relations. Their dialogue can ripple outwards, contributing to a more stable and peaceful international community. The beauty of diplomatic dialogue lies in its simplicity. It's about talking, listening, and understanding. It's about recognizing commonalities, respecting differences, and building bridges of understanding. In this light, the diplomatic dialogue between China and the US holds promising potential for world peace. Economic ties bind the world together, more so between two of its largest economies. As President Xi Jinping's visit to the United States unfolds, the potential for economic reconciliation becomes more than just a glimmer on the horizon. This diplomatic rendezvous, taking place amidst the bustle of global politics, could be the catalyst for a new era of economic cooperation. Imagine the possibilities of renewed ties between these two economic giants. What could this mean for trade relations? For starters, it could spell the end of trade wars, those costly battles that affect not only the combatants, but also the global economy. The promise of smoother trade relations between China and the United States could lead to a ripple effect, impacting markets far beyond their borders. But it's not just about trade. Economic reconciliation could also mean a more stable global economy. Stability is the cornerstone of growth, and with two of the world's largest economies working in harmony, the stage could be set for an economic renaissance. Consider the potential growth on a global scale. A renewed alliance between the United States and China could lead to a surge in economic activity, invigorating markets worldwide. This isn't just about the fortunes of these two nations. It's about the prosperity of the global community. Let's not forget the role of multinational corporations and small businesses alike in this economic ballet. With barriers lifted and cooperation prioritized, these entities could experience an upswing in opportunities, contributing to job creation and economic development, both domestically and internationally. Imagine a world where economic rivalry gives way to economic partnership. This isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about creating a global community where economic stability is the norm, not the exception. It's about fostering an environment where businesses can thrive, where economies can grow, and where nations can prosper. With economic reconciliation on the horizon, the world anticipates a more stable and prosperous global economy. Security is a shared responsibility. It's a global effort that requires international cooperation. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Every piece, every nation, has a role to play. And when two of the world's most influential countries, China and the United States, come together, there's an immense potential for improved global security. Let's delve into the possibilities. Picture a world where China and the US work side by side on peacekeeping missions, bringing stability to regions in turmoil. Imagine these two powerhouses combining their resources, their intelligence, their expertise to counteract terrorism. The impact could be monumental, leading to safer communities, safer countries, and ultimately, a safer world. But it's not just about fighting the battles of the present. It's also about preparing for the future. Through joint initiatives, China and the US can pioneer new strategies, develop advanced technologies, and foster innovative solutions to the security challenges that lie ahead. This proactive approach to global security not only helps to prevent conflicts, but also builds resilience against potential threats. In this interconnected world, no nation can stand alone in the face of global security issues. It's a shared challenge that calls for shared solutions. And when China and the US collaborate, they can set a powerful precedent for international cooperation. Global security collaborations between China and the US stand as a beacon of hope in these challenging times. Every diplomatic visit leaves an indelible mark on the pages of history. As we reflect on President Xi Jinping's visit, it's crucial to consider the potential ripple effects that this diplomatic interaction may generate in the long run. A successful diplomatic visit is like a seed sown in fertile soil. It may not yield immediate results, but over time it grows into a tree, providing shade and fruits to several generations. The same could be said about this visit. The seeds of collaboration sown today, whether in the fields of economy, security, environment, education, or health, are likely to grow, potentially bringing about a positive shift in global diplomatic dynamics. As we delve deeper into the potential legacy of President Xi Jinping's visit, we can begin to see how the establishment of trust and mutual respect between these two world powers could influence their future interactions. This visit is not an isolated event. It's a part of a broader narrative of global diplomatic relations. The implications of this visit could be far-reaching, affecting not just the relations between the United States and China, but also shaping the course of global diplomacy. The commitments made and the agreements reached have the potential to create a domino effect, influencing other nations to follow suit in the pursuit of harmony and peace. In conclusion, the potential long-term legacy of President Xi Jinping's visit cannot be underestimated. This diplomatic interaction could inspire a new era of cooperation, mutual respect, and understanding between nations. President Xi Jinping's visit could well be a turning point, shaping a new era of global diplomatic relations. Diplomacy is not just a game for politicians, it's a responsibility for each one of us. As we navigate through the complexities of international relations, it's crucial to remember the pivotal role of citizen diplomacy. Citizen diplomacy, in its essence, is the belief that everyday people can make a difference in global affairs. It's the commitment to fostering positive relations, not just through formal diplomatic channels, but also through individual actions and interactions. It's about building bridges of understanding, respect, and cooperation, one person and one conversation at a time. In the grand scheme of things, it's easy to feel that our individual actions may be insignificant, but when we look closer, we realize that people-to-people connections are the lifeblood of diplomacy. They humanize the often abstract concept of international relations, grounding it in real experiences, real conversations, and real relationships. Consider the influence of cultural exchanges, academic collaborations, or even simple tourist interactions. Each of these encounters provides an opportunity for dialogue, understanding, and mutual respect. They allow us to see beyond the divisive narratives, to recognize our shared humanity, and to appreciate the diversity that makes our world so vibrant. Moreover, citizen diplomacy can influence the course of official diplomacy. It's the grassroots support that can encourage governments to pursue peaceful resolutions, to prioritize cooperation over conflict, and to consider the global good above narrow national interests. It's the power of the people, channeled towards the advancement of global peace and prosperity. But citizen diplomacy is not just about influencing policy. It's also about fostering a global mindset, about nurturing a sense of shared responsibility for our planet and its people. It's about recognizing that our actions, no matter how small, can ripple outwards, impacting our community, our country, and indeed our world. As President Xi Jinping's visit to the US unfolds, let us remember the role we all play in shaping the narrative of international relations. Let's commit to being citizen diplomats, to promoting understanding, respect, and cooperation in our everyday interactions. As the world watches, citizen diplomacy takes center stage, reminding us that we all play a part in the global peace process.